Hi, Envirogurl here with another Envirogurl tip. Today we're going to learn how to make a real fast cake from a box, American style. If it was French style, we'd probably make it from scratch, but today we're just doing a simple recipe. First thing you want to do is set your oven to bake. Start. Then you want to grease your pans in advance. So we grease our pans with real butter. I believe in using only real butter. If you're going to use something like that, use it sparingly. You don't have to use margarine, unless your doctor prescribes it, of course. But it always is good to use the real thing. So we're going to do both pans, and that is how we start our process of getting a little heat on the oven. Start to grease up the pans with some real butter. You can always use spray pan if you want. I also use that sometimes, but I do like to use my real butter. So once you've got your pans greased, you want to start to pour your ingredients in. We're starting by using a powdered cake mix, and we've laid out all the ingredients in advance. We're going to start with adding our oil, vegetable oil. Use fresh vegetable oil. We're going to stir some water in. This recipe calls for 1 1/4 cup. And eggs. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Electric mixer. And we're going to put it on medium speed for 2 minutes. If you want, you can also do your own hand mixing, but you don't have to. We're using electric mixer. Well, we're almost done mixing our batter, and in this case, we're making a fudge swirl cake, because so we're going to take a cup of batter out once we've reached our time limit on our we put on a timer to make sure we don't stir the cake mix. You don't want it to get too frothy. And we're ready to shut this off now. And the timer's going to go off. And there we go. Done with our mixing. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pour 1 cup of batter into a mixing bowl. Pour a cup of batter into this measuring bowl to add back into with the cocoa mixture. So we're putting 1 cup in. There we go. Making a fudge swirl cake. We're going to swirl this cocoa mixture in. So we're going to put this cocoa mixture into the batter we poured off a cup of batter. We're going to stir this cocoa into the batter mixture so that it becomes a chocolatey batter mixture. And then while we're getting while that's getting stirred up, we're going to do one last thing to our beautifully greased pans. We're going to put a little flour in them. Just tap it. And our oven is heated now to the proper temperature. We'll put a little more flour on this so it won't stick, so our product won't stick. And we're going to pour the mixture into the batter. We're making 2 round cakes today. And that is how we get our batter into the pans. Got the last of our batter out of our bowl. And now we're going to spread this around. We're going to spread the other one around a little. And now we're going to add our cocoa mix. We might as well start by scraping out this batter mixture off of here into the other pan, into the pans, individual pans. Waste not, want not. Envirogurl always says. Stir this in like so, and make a chocolatey swirl. We'll make a chocolate fudge swirl cake. And another chocolate fudge swirl cake on this side. Swirled in our last of our chocolate swirls, and we're ready to dunk it in the oven. Okay, here we go. Check your box for what kind of temperature time you need to set it for. Of course, the temperature you've already set. But 2 round cake pans are 28 minutes. And we'll see you in 28 minutes. Okay, so we're coming down to our countdown where our cakes are ready to come out. We want to make sure that they're done by making sure they're golden brown. And when you put a toothpick in, it comes out clean. When you open the stove, be careful you don't burn your eyelids out. Want to be careful. We're going to check. Okay, now we're going to check to see that nothing comes out. A toothpick comes out clean when we put in both cakes. And they're ready to go. So, here we are. We finished making our marble fudge cakes. We'll be back to frost it as soon as they cool after about 10 or 15 minutes, maybe a little longer. See you soon. So we're back, and we're going to be now taking the cool cakes out of the pan gently and putting them on a cake display so that we can frost them. First thing you want to do is you want to take your pan and gently tap it onto the surface that you're going to be frosting on, and there you go. You have your first one released. Before we put the second one on, we're going to frost the top of this cake. So we have our cake, and it's cooled now, and so we're ready to frost it. We're just using a store-bought frosting, very easy. Just make sure you're cool enough, or else your cake will stick to your frosting and it won't go on very well. So we're going to continue doing this frosting until we have the whole thing covered. And once we do that, we're going to put the next layer of cake on and frost that as well. So as you can see, we finished our first layer of our layer cake, and we completed our frosting. Now we're going to take the second layer. Make sure it's not too warm and you don't burn yourself. You're going to take it with clean hands, shake it out. And we've got our second layer of cake out. We want to very gently. Now we're going to frost the second layer of cake. So we're frosting our second layer of our layer cake, and then we're going to be ready to decorate it any way we'd like. Sprinkles or some kind of happy birthday message or some other message. So enjoy your cake. Have it for your dessert tonight with dinner. This is Envirogurl signing off. We'll see you next time for another adventure with EnvirogurlTips.